Hello, everyone. News Channel 3, Chief Meteorologist Keith Thompson with a YouTube and Facebook live weather update. It's been a while since we've had one of these. In fact, honestly, I think it's been a full week since I've had a Facebook and YouTube live weather update. And here's why. It was a week ago tomorrow that we had the deadly tornadoes through Edwardsburg, then through Three Rivers, then through Union City. Then, of course, we had Saturday, Sunday. I wasn't here. Monday, we had another round of severe weather, creating tremendous flooding in downtown GR, Holland, and then also deadly tornadoes to our south in northern Indiana, Kankakee, Illinois, that went over into northern Indiana, a deadly tornado, I should say. I think it was 2 instances of the tornadoes. By the way, just out from the National Weather Service office in Chicago, it was an EF3 tornado from Kankakee to almost Roselawn, right around Roselawn, Indiana. And then an EF2 tornado from just on the other side of Roselawn that went through Knox, for example, Indiana. And I believe that's the one. There was the EF3 that I think went through Lake Village with one fatality. And then the EF2 that went through Knox, for example, around South Bend. Get this, that's cell, by the way. Hello, Chris. Thanks for being here. That thunderstorm cell, which looked like it was going to stay well south of South Bend, did start to turn northeast and actually did end up going over Three Rivers. But by the time it got there, thankfully, it had weakened considerably, and it was really nothing more than just a light shower by the time it got there. Sean, hello to you in Portage. Thanks so much. Thank you very much, Chris. I appreciate it. It's been pretty busy. And, you know, for all of my colleagues at the other television stations and also in the National Weather Service offices, it's been a very busy time. And, but, you know, this is when it matters. So thank you very much for Chris for that. I appreciate it. May, hello to you. Thanks for being here. Well, March continues coming in like a lion, even though we are 12 days in. It's not getting any lammy-like, that's for sure, because we have more action coming up as far as our weather is concerned. So let me squeeze this back and we'll get going. As we see some folks here in the room, I'll read as many comments as I can. I appreciate it. Oh no, maybe try to refresh your feed there, Jeanette. See if that helps. Leslie, hello to you. And Jennifer, hello. Sherry, thanks for being here. Jeff, isolated power outages tomorrow. I would not be surprised to see some power outages tomorrow. So let's get to it. We've got about 100 people in the room moving up, so let's go. It's a Herbie Kirby alert day for tomorrow. Level 4, maybe level 5, which is our top level. Carla, hello to you. Thank you so much. Appreciate that very much. You know, every day, of course, we do the weather forecast. We do the weather and of course, most days, fortunately, are rather quiet. They're nondescript. They're certainly not what we had last Friday or what we had last Monday. But those are the moments that matter. And so thank you very much, because that's when we need to be at our best for everybody out there. And so we do what we can, and I appreciate that. Okay, thanks, Jeanette. Good. Glad to hear that. Joanne, a bit windy tomorrow. Yeah, wind gusts to 60 tomorrow. Wind gusts to 60 miles an hour tomorrow. Rain, snow mix. Maybe some light slushy accumulations on some grassy areas. Not going to rule that out. But with the temperatures being relatively warmer, and tomorrow's temps are going to stay above freezing, I believe. So I don't think there's going to be any problem with anything collecting on the roads. Cold and snowy air coming in, though, for next week. So let's get right to it. See what's going on. We'll move off this screen. Here we go. Here's our Herbie Kirby alert again for a level 4. Probably could be a level 5 because Herbie may be taking a trip down the street, maybe even missing, especially closer to the lakeshore. That's where those gusts, I think, are going to be higher, where they could be getting close to 60 miles per hour. Brenda, I hear you there for sure. Yeah. Warm weather back, please. Yes. And Joanne, for sure. Yesterday morning at 7, snowing by 5 in the afternoon. Isn't that crazy? Ben, I am, and I hope you're doing well too. I know that you guys have been busy. You guys did a good job as well. And I saw that you took a dip in the big lake there. That is more than what I'm going to do. Of course, I might not make it if I were to do something like that. You're right, Joanne, for that. But thanks for being here, Ben. Courtney, hello to you. And Marshall. So there's our Herbie Kirby alert. Here's a little bit more of a official view. High wind warning from the National Weather Service goes into effect at 2 a.m. tomorrow. So that's about 5 hours from now. and will be in effect through 8 o'clock tomorrow evening. What we're looking at here, sustained winds of 25 to 35, gusts of 50 to 60. And so per the National Weather Service bulletin on this, you're saying that widespread outages can be expected. So I don't know about that so much, but, because who knows? But with trees coming off of winter, some being weakened, you get some strong winds like this coming across the power lines. It certainly is something that could happen. So power outages, I think, not out of the question tomorrow, as those winds are going to be gusting up to 50 to 60 miles per hour. Tim, hello to you. What's up with you? Martin, thanks for being here. Sunshine tomorrow, Tim? No. And warm tomorrow? No. Maybe somewhere else, but not here in West Michigan. Timmy, hello to you in BC. Better late than not at all. You're right about that. Thanks for being here. Thanks very much for that. I appreciate it. Beatrill, I guess I hope that I got that right. Sally, when are we going to have some spring weather? Well, let me tell you this. We're looking ahead on the 7-day forecast. You know what? I know I'm storm weary, and can we just get to not that bipolar weather that's been talked about? I will say this. We're going to continue the up and down. We're going to continue the up and down. Hey, look at this. I don't know that it matters, and it's not consolation. But, coming off of a very snowy late November through December through January, when we had 70 inches of snow, February only 3.8 inches of snow. February was a lamb. March coming in, not only coming in like a lion, but 2 weeks in, it's going to continue to be very lion-like good, for sure. Good, I got that right. I'm glad I did. Karen, hello to you. Thanks very much. All seasons in one day. That's how you know when you're in Michigan, right? That's when you know you're in Michigan. Sherry, I hope you have a great evening. Stay warm. Yeah, I hear that. John in Manistee got 32 degrees, had lots of sun today. It was beautiful today, even if it was chilly. Orlo, good evening to you. Busy weather for sure. All right, let's get to the hour by hour. That's what you want to see, the hour by hour. And by 11 o'clock, I'll show you the live radar coming up, but we're going to be looking at a little light rain snow mix. I want you to watch two things. First of all, of course, watch the precip there. The green is the rain, and the blue purple is the snow. Now watch our temperatures too. Let's go from 11 o'clock to 4 in the morning. All right, we've got really a chilly rain that's moving in. And, remember this, when you think of the atmosphere, you have to think of the vertical, right? You have to think of going up, 3D. What we feel, of course, at the ground oftentimes, in fact, the vast majority of times, is from processes that are going on well above. So in this case, the atmosphere is going to be warming in the vertical, and that's why we're going to see a sort of a wet rain snow mix turn to more of a chilly rain by the time we get to sunrise. So let's stop the clock here at 8 a.m. What are we looking at? Cloudy skies, upper 30s to around 40, and some off and on light rain. We have more of that messy wintry mix. It's going to be, say, from Big Rapids curving over to the Thumb, Saginaw, Flint area, all the way down to the northern suburbs and even into downtown Detroit. I think they're going to have a little bit more of that wintry slushy mix. But here in the morning, for your commute, for your bus stop, what we're looking at mainly is just a chilly rain. But look at this. The atmosphere is going to start to chill again in the vertical. So colder air is going to be moving back in, not at the surface. Notice our surface temps in the upper 30s to around 40. But remember this, when you think about the atmosphere, when you think about weather, you have to think about it vertically. And so in this case, colder air is starting to come back in the vertical. And so as a result, we're going to be seeing that little wintry mix going on. What is that? Chilly rain, occasionally with some wet, heavy snow or wet snow. And again, with temperatures at the surface in the upper 30s, low 40s, I don't expect it's going to be a problem on the roadways, but there could be some light accums on grassy areas. That's about it, and that's a maybe. Now, by tomorrow afternoon, for the commute home, for the bus stop ride home, which reminds me, I forgot to do the bus stop forecast. I apologize for that. For the bus stop coming home, again, we're looking at cloudy skies, maybe a few sprinkles, a few flurries, just sort of damp and chilly with a temperature right around 40 degrees. We're not going to be using much of that thermometer tomorrow, that's for sure. And then by tomorrow night, about this time, we're going to see clearing skies. The system that's going to be bringing us that wet, wintry mix tomorrow, a little bit, and also, by the way, the strong wind, I'm not projecting that here on the map, but the strong wind as well, that system is racing off to the east. And so the wind will diminish rapidly. I mean, rapidly. By tomorrow night and by Saturday morning, we're talking about a north wind at about 5 to 10. So the wind is going to strengthen exponentially here overnight while you're sleeping. Might even wake you up. And then tomorrow during the day, it's going to be what everybody's talking about. Boy, that is windy out there. That's what you're going to hear a lot of. Tomorrow night, the winds are going to come down in a hurry. And by daybreak Saturday, we're looking at maybe 5 to 10 miles per hour. How can wind change so much so fast? Well, this system that's bringing in the wind and then taking it away basically is going to be moving out. Our barometer, for those of you who have sensitivities to barometric pressure, to air pressure, the barometer is going to be going wild here tonight, tomorrow night, into Saturday when it'll stabilize a bit, but not for long. So if you have joint pain, muscle pain, headache pain, something like that, sinus problems that are related to pressure, then you're going to be feeling it tomorrow. I missed some names here. I'm sorry about that. Jeff in Ceresco, hello. Katie in Three Rivers. Glenn, represent. Put your A's up right there in Headland, Alabama. Wilson, thanks for being here in Portage. Always good to see you. Jesse in the Berg. The goats say hello. Tell them hello too. I appreciate that. Jerry, hope you have a great night as well. Always good to see you, Jerry. Lori, same to you too. Gotta love Michigan weather there. In Galesburg, thanks for being here. Cheryl, hello. Let's see. Sean, thank you so much. I appreciate that very much. It's been a rough ride for us the last couple of years here in West Michigan, right? Really, in the state. Remember last year, get this, 33 confirmed tornadoes in the state last year. That's going to be part of our weather special that we're going to have coming up. It'll air 2 weeks from Saturday. Wow, that's coming up. 2 weeks from Saturday. Yeah, 2 weeks from Saturday. Lynn, hello to you. Oh, Houston, crazy. It's always crazy weather down there, right? In Houston, thanks for being here. Zachary, what's up with you? Getting a big snowstorm this weekend. Oh, you must be up north. Listen, the folks in the UP and the northern lower, and when I say northern lower, I'm talking north of US 10, but certainly, well, I know that's not northern lower, but certainly Traverse City, Gaylord, Alpena north, a huge snow. I mean, a foot plus into the eastern UP, up in that direction too. Tammy, hello to you in Battle Creek. Courtney, thanks for checking in from the creek. All right. So I took you through Saturday or through Friday night late. Let's go into Saturday. That's the St. Pat's Day Parade at 11 o'clock in the morning in downtown Kalamazoo. St. Patrick's Day Parade. Got to change that graphic. 40. And I think really a parade step off at 11 o'clock if you want to join us downtown. I'll be there wearing some kind of green. It's not something I have in my wardrobe, of course, because we have the green screen. But we're looking at probably about, I'd say about 33, 34, maybe 35 for the step off of the parade. I will say I'm going to be out running at 7:30 with my Run Camp peeps, and we're starting at downtown Kalamazoo. So it won't be too much longer after we stop our run that they'll be doing the parade. That's Saturday. Now, Sunday, windy again. Yeah, windy again. Maybe not quite as windy. In fact, not quite as windy as tomorrow, but still, we're looking at 20 to 30 sustained and maybe some gusts of 40, 45 on Sunday. It's going to be a warmer wind blowing in on Sunday. Look at that. Yeah, I'm not kidding. 40 for the high on Saturday, 60 for the high on Sunday. Rain, maybe some thunderstorms, and then temperatures are going to crash on Monday with snow likely. We got a lot to do, right? So right now we're in the low to mid 30s. Kalamazoo, for example, at 32. It's the same in GR. Marshall, you're the same. Sturgis at 32. Here's live Doppler radar. Pretty quiet right now, but we had a lot of sunshine today, but now the clouds have moved back in, and here's our next precipitation maker. And this is that area of low pressure that's going to be zipping down. If you look for that counterclockwise rotation, you'll see it right around that North Dakota, Minnesota border, okay? Go to Minneapolis, go northwest, you'll see it. Right? That's the low that's going to be just, shooting right across the area. And that's what's going to be bringing us the huge wind and eventually the colder air that's going to be coming in here on Saturday. Tammy, thanks so much for that. I appreciate the thanks. Thank you. Let's see. I missed some here. K&M in the house. Thanks. Ryan, the weather special will be Saturday and Sunday in place of the last half hour of our newscast. So Saturday morning, 7:30 to 8, Sunday morning, 8:30 to 9. KC, you got some high winds. Okay. Oh, and you're going to have a blizzard this Sunday. You guys, that's some rough weather there. I hope you make it through. I might, Lynn. I'll have to look for it. Thank you so much for reminding me about that. You know what? Give me a little more details on it, and I'll see if I can find it. You never know. Let's see, what do we got? Joanne, thanks. Yeah, it is crazy. Tim, yeah, we have some Saturday, maybe. Maybe a little bit of sun Saturday, but I think it's going to be mostly cloudy. Trenton storm Sunday. Yes, we could have some thunderstorms on Sunday as we make the transition back to some colder air. Carla, watching that barometer. You bet. Falling barometer. Weather's going downhill. Rising barometer, typically getting in better shape. Listen, the barometer is going to be going, whoa, just like that tonight through tomorrow morning. Then as that low that right now you see around the Minnesota-North Dakota border, as that zips by, and I mean, it is flying, right? And then it's going to go right back up. That's why I mean, if you're sensitive, muscles, joints, headache, to changes in atmospheric pressure over a short amount of time, then you're going to be feeling it for the next couple of days. You're going to be feeling it for sure. Then snow on Monday. Yeah, let's get right to the 7-day, and I'll show you what we got going on because we have some action here. Oh, no. I'll definitely keep you in prayers here, K&M. Definitely. Fighting that for sure. We're all there with you for sure. Christine, good evening in Battle Creek. Jody, accumulating snow on Monday. I think so. Yeah, I think we could see. Yeah, I definitely think that we could see several inches of snow on Monday. I definitely think we could see some accumulating. In fact, I do think that we'll see some accumulating snow in here on Monday. And then some lake effect, obviously, are possible into Tuesday. So, of course, as you can see there is our Pot of Gold Day, otherwise known as St. Patrick's Day, coming in here on Tuesday. Is that right? Is that Tuesday? I got to think about that here. The 17th. I don't know why I keep thinking that it's the 14th. It's the 17th. So, yes, it's Tuesday. St. Pat's Day is going to be cold and likely some lake effect snow, some snow showers on Wednesday, but we will be getting a little bit warmer on Thursday. So, yeah, I do think that we'll see accumulating snow, Jody, on Monday. Exactly how much right now, it's hard to tell, but I would not be surprised if we have snow shovel and snow plow worthy snowfall on Monday of next week. Yeah, Monday of next week. Snowy. Into Tuesday, too. Into Tuesday. Yeah, don't want the sloppy mix. David, I hear you there if we had a choice, but, we don't. Tim, yes, for the third time. I think we could have some sunshine on Saturday. Nancy, hello to you. Cynthia, hello. Carla in Union City. Our thoughts are definitely with you there. And I hope all is going better. We continue to cover the cleanup out there. The folks out there have been so kind to share their stories with us. And we do appreciate it. We're going to continue to follow along there and root along for you, root for everybody out there recovering. And the same in Three Rivers, the same in Edwardsburg, and the same in all the communities in between, for sure. Ryan, yes, it will be online. Should be online Saturday after it airs on air. Any warm up on the horizon? You laugh like Trenton. Yes, for Sunday, but then we go back down. As you see on the 7-day, we crash. Thursday, we start to come back up. It looks like we might go back down again for Friday, Saturday, and then we start to head back up. And by then, we're down to the last week of March. It's got to happen for us sooner or later, right? I know, David. Wouldn't you? It'd be nice if that 23 was a typo, but it is not. That 23 is not a typo. In fact, the zones for the National Weather Service from Tuesday, yeah, they're going with a high in the low 20s. So there you go. Dan, Chief Dan in the house. Thanks for being here. Greg, haven't seen you in a while. Thanks for being here. Ready to play golf with Jeff? He'll play anytime. Coworker in the Meijer in 3 hours. Whoa, that's crazy. David had a coworker that was in the Meijer. Well, I remember calling out when it was Will and I were on the air with live coverage there Friday. And I know that it goes Meijer and then Menards, and then right behind the Menards is that storage unit, right? That storage place. And then behind that is M60, right? That's heading off to the southwest. And so there's that landfill that's right back there. And that's where there was some video of the tornado. There was a double vortex, multi-vortex. And then it went right over the Menards, and that's when it just started trucking right through. So that Meijer was definitely in the zone. Well, fortunately there, David, it stayed just south of the Meijer. Not fortunate for the folks there at Menards. Crazy to me when you see that video and you see the damage, that there wasn't more, let's say, injury or even worse there. You're welcome, Carla. Thanks very much. Tell the pigs hello there. John Ham and Mr. Bacon. I forgot the first name there. Jesse, thanks. Maureen, hello. And Coldwater, thanks for being here. Carl, appreciate the thanks. Robin, near Galesburg in Kalamazoo, thanks. Represent, need some sunshine. Well, we had some today. I don't think there'll be any tomorrow, maybe a little bit Saturday, but it's going to be in short supply here over the next few days. Oh, yeah, exactly. Zachary, when we were having our spell of bad weather on Friday, I know that there was some nasty stuff in Oklahoma, Kansas, and down into Texas, too. And then a blizzard on Sunday. Plains gets it all, right? Tina, hello to you in Brooklyn, in the Irish Hills, Brooklyn, right? Lily, hello to you. Thanks for that. I appreciate it. Work for a beverage distributor. Hold on. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, fortunately, I missed the Meyer there. Thanks, Greg. I appreciate that. Candace, hello to you. Thank you so much. Keep your hat on tomorrow for sure. It's going to be windy. I had that high wind warning. Wind gusts up to 60 close to the lakeshore, 40 to 50 inland. Linda, thank you for being here. BC in the house. Yeah, for sure. All those affected by the tornado. I can't, it's just, and even now, the news focus starts to go away. We're still following them, following the recovery there. But, the folks are going to be dealing with that for quite some time, and those communities. Thank you so much, Missy. I appreciate that for Berry County and Ceresco. Thank you very much. Fortunately, that nasty weather stayed to your south. Oh, wow. Niece and her kids were in Borges in the Three Rivers Hospital there. Michelle, hello to you in Hastings, Levi, and Bronson. Tina, yes, that is the right Brooklyn. I know that. We got the Herbie Kirby. That's right. Could be flying tomorrow. You need to take care on that. And any of your lawn furniture, maybe you're already starting to get the stuff out. It's a little bit early, but, people get excited about that kind of stuff. Thanks, Joanne. I appreciate that very much. All right, there's the 7-day. You get a peek at it. Look at those temperatures. As I tweeted and posted out on my Facebook page a little bit ago, it's not often that we'll see like a 60 and the 20s as high temperatures on the same 7-day. And they're actually only 2 days apart. So, yeah, and whenever we're going to be making transitions like that, right, that means the wind is going to be stout. So we have some strong wind coming in here Sunday and Monday. And, of course, strong wind will be a factor, big factor, in our weather for tomorrow. Greg headed to Florida soon. Nice. I don't know. I don't think it's good. I don't think you can get out there on the links tomorrow, Greg. Jesse, all right. At least the bad part missed us, right? Yeah, you're right, David. This is not what the folks who are cleaning up from the tornado damage need, but it's what we're going to be getting. Karen, thanks for the thanks, and good to see you here. All right, everybody, I'm going to skate. I got 9:37. Oh, I went a little bit long. Look at that. What do you know? 23 minutes. I am long-winded. I need to shorten this stuff, but thanks for the thanks, Trenton. I appreciate that. You're very kind. I appreciate that very much. Yeah, that's right. That's a good point, David. If you take all those numbers, add them together, let's see if we can do it. 141, 174, 197. What do we got? 231, 277 divided by 7 comes out at about 35, 36 degrees. So it's actually a little cooler than average, but you're right. It was a good little experiment there that they might come out close to average. A little bit cooler, but yeah, I get what you say there. Joe, isn't that crazy? You're right. Michigan being Michigan for sure. Lori, thanks for the thanks, and thanks for the plug on the weather app. And May, think spring. That's right. Maybe we can all collectively think it into existence. And I agree with that. Stay safe, everyone. It's going to be rather trying weather here. No severe weather, but tomorrow's wind, if we get a 60-mile-per-hour gust, even 50, that's pretty strong. We would call that stronger winds and some thunderstorms. It's not going to be thunderstorm wind, by the way. This is just wind associated with this tightly wound area of low pressure that's going to be zipping over the state during the day tomorrow. Okay, getting a blizzard on Sunday. Well, let us know how it goes and send me some pics for sure. OSU in the house. Hello, Buckeyes. Hello to Robert. Thanks for being here. I appreciate that. 47 today, and you got the high wind warning there too. It's going to be widespread. There you go. Baby goats coming soon. Jesse, cool. Keep us up to speed. Thanks, Leslie. I appreciate that. All right, I'm going to go. I got 9:39 on the clock. 21 minutes, I'll be live on Arc West, Michigan. An hour 21, I'll be live on the Mothership News Channel 3. So hope to catch you on one of those. If not, don't forget, I'm on Facebook, WWMT's Keith Thompson, Twitter or X, Instagram, Threads, and YouTube at Weatherman Keith, the @ symbol Weatherman Keith. Don't forget, you can also follow our Facebook page. We got lots of videos and pics up on our Facebook page and on our on our YouTube page and our Facebook page from the storms, not just last Friday, but also Mondays as well. And we always say thank you for those of you who chimed in on that, who contributed those photos on Chime In. Appreciate it very much. Jeff Porter will be here in the morning, 4:30 to 9 a.m. with live weather updates. Must-see TV with those wind gusts that he'll be talking about. He'll also have radar update to show you where that light rain snow mix, that wintry mix is going on. He's got you at noon. I'll be back at 5:30, and 6 tomorrow as we prepare for another weekend. Yeah, Ryan, for sure. Severe weather season definitely coming early this year. Deb, good night to you. And Jesse, thanks for that reminder. All right, everybody, I'm going to get on out of here. Thank you so much for being here. I do appreciate you. And thanks for letting me know that you're here, for those who chimed in with their comments, and also to let me know where you are and what you're seeing, and with good wishes too. All right, everybody, have a great night tonight. We made it a Friday, so let's get some good rest. Hit it hard tomorrow so that we can look forward to our weekend on Saturday and Sunday. Good night, everybody.